Hi, I thought I'd do a quick vlog really about the things that I've had to have. Forms galore. When you're disabled and you're going through form filling, it is so stressful. I mean, really, really stressful. Scale of 1 to 10, it's a 12, easy. You know, you've got to get all your information together. You've got to have so much supporting stuff. You've got to have, evidence for every little thing to back it up. It's awful. And then it lasts for so many years. And then you've got to add to that supporting evidence, and you've got to keep finding new things and new ways to say, hey, I'm still not, I'm still no better. I've worsened loads, this has happened, that's happened, all the rest of it. And it's really, really tough mentally, physically, it drains you. 2023, Christmas Eve, I had to return my form by, and that was for my PIP. And at the moment, I've been waiting all this time, a good year and a bit later. I'm still waiting on I've had evidence galore, I've had photographs, my file that I sent, because I sent it all, obviously copied, was thick. And all the adaptions that I'm having done, plans for that, care people that I have who comes and helps me out, that kind of a thing. All those sorts of things I've had to do, send it in. And then it's a case of waiting. And for the past year, I have been waiting some more. And I tell you, it's just so stressful. Get text alerts, we're still waiting, it's in tray, we are waiting to look at it, and all that sort of stuff. And, I'm like, I need the money now. I'm on higher mobility and the basic living. And I thought, I'll update it. And this was going back a few years. But then they extended my PIP. They were like, because I thought, when I get the form come, I'll notify of changes then. And, then they changed the date of, we're going to need you to sort of send all the stuff in again. And it all changes. It kept changing. They kept extending it and all this, that and the other. But yeah, I sent the all the evidence in, loads of evidence, and filled the form in. I mean, I write and write and write. I write loads and loads of stuff, and I just keep going. I do. I'm always, I can write and write. I do a bit, and then I leave it. I go back to it. I'll answer a question, and then I'll go away. Then I'll reread it, what I've written, and add to it, and keep going and going and going. It's terrifying. I've waited a year for them to come and do this assessment, because I've always had assessments done at home, face-to-faces, and the people that have come out have been lovely and really helpful. And in fact, they've advised me, you could have adaptions done, you could have this done, like a car and things like that. They were really, really nice. And then now, last week I had the I had the standard living at the time, but now I really need assistance with shopping. I need help with this. I need help with day-to-day tasks. I need help with sorting my medication out and putting them in the boxes and doing what needs to be done. So, yeah, all that sort of stuff I've done. I've got such an itch on my thigh, really bad itch, it's horrible. But yeah, I thought, right, it won't be long now, and I keep getting text alerts, oh, we'll be looking at it soon, and then another month goes by, and another month goes by, and it's like, come on. And I'm thinking, I need the backdated money because I need to sort my bed out. I need to get an electric bed. I want to get that sorted out. I also need to sort out the next vehicle for my car. So anything towards that would be a big help. Yeah. And ideally, I want a fresh review, updated, with new dates on of when it's valid till, to get the next vehicle. I hate sorting out the next vehicle. It's really stressful, and I've always gone for the same car, Qashqai, because I love it. It's great. It's really roomy in the boot. I know most of the buttons. I don't have to think about what needs to be pressed to do things. I need additional things added to the car now. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, the wait time has just been so stressful. But apart from those, I need the additional funds because I need to get an additional person to help me out. Because my son is never here. He's either at work or at college or, doing things. And before long, him and his girlfriend probably will have their own place, and, it'll all change and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, he's at the beginning of his life kind of thing, adulthood and starting new things out and new journeys in his life. But I'm going to need somebody to help me out, to help with basic things for me, more than once a week. But at the minute I can only afford, because I'm paying for a person to come once a week. I also need my cleaner, which I'm paying her once a week to come and do. And paying for those two services for me is a lot of money in my, it's a lot to take out of a basic pot. So I need it upgrading to the next sort of level, so then I can work out what finances I've got, so I can then get an extra person help me out in the week, maybe take me shopping, grab a few bits, or if I have home shop come, then they can help put it away, things like that, whilst the other one's there to help do meds and that kind of a thing. That's what I want. So anyway, last week I had a phone call, and the lady there, she was like, on the phone, she was like, oh, your PIP form is now being looked at. You'll have a letter sent out to you with the date of it, being assessed. And it'll be soon. And I was like, when soon? And she was like, soon. And I was like, when? Anyway, she says, you'll get a letter sent out. Well, I've not had a letter arrive yet, but I've had a text letting me know that it's next Wednesday. So that's come around really quickly now. Go from one extreme to the other. But I've also had to do this migration form from ESO to Universal Credit. And that's been really, really stressful. Instead of it just being a crossover from one to the other, and you've got, all your evidence. Everything is on computer, but they don't. And I think in some cases they do it to catch people out, but also it's like then they can update the system. Yeah, they can update the system. So it changes. And I've got things that I'm really nervous about. I mean, it virtually is, it's running on. Everything is basically running on. but it's like they still ask questions that stresses me out. But I filled it in. I've done it. I'm okay now. I'm like, whoop, that's it. It's done. I've just got to find 2 forms of supporting, for identity, because obviously people do things for fraud, just to prove who you are, and background check kind of thing, and to show your address and all this, that and the other. So I've got to sort that out now. And I'm waiting on a phone call from somebody to sort of give me a call over the next few days. But it's all the wait. The form filling has been so stressful. I know it's so simple. It's like tick boxes and all the rest of it, but it's still very stressful. And I panic. What if I write something wrong down, or it's misinterpreted? Hang on, I've got to have a quick swig of this drink. So dry. My inhalers that I have make my mouth so dry when I'm doing anything. Nice, but a bit sharp. It's beautiful. It's from Aldi. It's sparkling peach. Really nice. But yeah, it's stressful. It is really stressful. Sorting out the forms. And then you've got them. I mean, I do it a bit at a time. So then, so you do a bit, then you put it down, walk away. So you're looking at it constantly through fresh eyes. But there's also that, I do have the phone calls. Have you done it? Are you doing it? Are you sorting it? Don't forget to do it. And I'm like, I've had every day from midweek of last week right through till Monday, somebody phoning every day asking the same question. You can do this, you can do that. And I'm thinking, I just want this bloody thing out the way. I'm sick of it. And I've had to get advice and support. So, that's my hand. It's just clawed my hand. Cat on my lap. Were you not awake and saw that there was something moving? But it is really stressful, and these assessors and that don't take that into account, that when you have anxiety, and it becomes even worse when you're filling in these forms, and you're panicking in case you put the wrong thing, or they, oh well, you're well enough to do this, and you can do that if you can't do this, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I've basically, on the journal bit on the back page, if you like, added notes to say that my son has epilepsy, because they asked if I care for anybody, and I, over 35 hours a week, and I changed it from yes to no, and I was panicking that maybe I've put too much, of like seeming like as if, oh, I can do this and I can do that. I mean, I put that my son has epilepsy, and I help him as much as I can when he needs the help. Like collecting his meds, but if I can't collect his meds for whatever reason, I give somebody else do it. Taking him to hospital appointments. There's times now where he's taken himself, but it's like, if it's further afield than local, then I taken him. That kind of a thing. But I have sort of put in the notes that I help him where I'm able to, and if I can't, then someone else has been able to do it. But there are a lot of times now where I really struggle because of my health, so I can't do it the same, but I'm his mum. So it's like, I do what I can when I physically can. So I'm hoping that addition is a bit of a help to me, but we'll see. I'm waiting on someone now to phone me back with regards, because I couldn't have 2 physical forms. I couldn't find, because they have like a chat list. After you've submitted your form, then they want you to verify who you are. So identity. So then I thought, well, I've got one, which is my driving license, but what's the other one? My passport photo, I don't know if it's still valid. Couldn't find it, but I think I know where it is. And then I've had a recent thing come through where I'm changing internet provider. So they've had to do like a credit check background for that, and I've been passed for that. So, yeah. And the letter has appeared for that. But a lot of things nowadays are all electronically done, so you don't have a hard copy of things. So unless you request it, and at the time you don't always remember. So that's really stressful in itself. It is, it's really stressful in itself. So the next plan of action is when they phone up, I shall just say that I've got these. Ow! No, that's me. She keeps grabbing hold of things, and I'm like, madam. Miss Peaches. So yeah, it's additional stresses there. I mean, and then I've got the stresses of the adaptions, and I'm still waiting on things to be finished here. One of the things that stresses me out at the moment, and obviously the offices have been closed for Christmas and only just opening back up. So I'm waiting now on the builders to me over a date for sorting out this doorway area, which is supposed to be, and then the flooring. I've still got a shower rail to be amended that needs lowering so I can use it. And there's also some area that needs sorting out in the hallway that has yet to be done. So I'm waiting on things there to be sorted out. So that's another stress. I've got the stress of waiting on work to be done in my home. Another stress. I'm like, fucking hell, I can't do this. It's really worrying me at the minute. I've got so much going on. And I just can't wait now for the, the PIP over the phone assessment thing is going to be stressful. But I would rather it be out the way and one less thing to worry about than anything else. It's so stressful. So yeah, I'll do an update when I get responses of what's happened, how it's been. So next Wednesday I'll do a vlog after the assessment's been, and see how we get on with that. What a stressor. Like, oh my God. I just want everything out the way. It's a lot. Mentally, physically. And then I want to sort out the next vehicle as soon as possible once I know what the outcome is. Yeah, once I know what the outcome is, it won't be so bad. I mean, even if the living part stays the same, if I'm a point short or something, I end up staying the same, at least I can physically cope with what, it is. It's just the unknown. The waiting on someone to make a decision about me and my health, and yeah, that's stressful. So anyway, yeah, I shall keep you updated with how everything goes, but it's just a lot all at once. And then when you have the ESA people, well, the Universal Credit support workers that phone you I mean, they've said the one additional stress for me is the fact that I won't be paid for 5 weeks, but I'm going to have it. I've requested for me to have my money every 2 weeks. But going 5 weeks, I mean, it was like the big debate before Christmas, when should I do it? And I thought, well, if I do it now, I can't afford Christmas presents, I can't afford food for Christmas, I can't afford anything. And I need money for my cat food and money for bills, you know. Bills won't pay themselves. So it's just been a big knock-on effect, you know. I can't afford this and I can't afford that. I won't be able to do this, I won't be able to do that. 5 weeks at Christmas with no money would be horrendous. So yeah, I've dealt with it after Christmas, which now I'm like, I've just got over the hit from Christmas. I'll have a payment on Tuesday, and then I'll have a payment again the next time I'm paid, so in 2 weeks' time, and then that's it then. So yeah, I've had my Tuesday payment yesterday, and then so my next one will be in 2 weeks' time, and then that will be it. So that's, you know, and then I'm in a panic over what's going to happen, and they've said that they will they will give me my money through some allowance, but then you have to pay that back. So it's like they'll give me the money for the rent, they'll give me money for my bills and living off, but then you've got to pay it back. When they give you the back date, you give them that back. So it's crap. It's a really crap system. And you think, well, you've got everything on computer. Why don't you just run it all on so it changes from that to this? It doesn't work like that. So it's quite stressful in itself. And it's just a panic all the time. So we'll see. We will see. It's a lot. And I've had nosebleeds galore the past sort of few days. Just suddenly, my nose has just suddenly started running. So that's been stressful in itself. I'm like, oh my God. And I think it's the stress that's caused it. So, and I've been feeling really unwell and not wanting to eat. And it's, yeah, it is. It's all from that. Anyway, I'm going to nip out in a minute. I might go to Lidl, have a nosy, go and see what the veganuary bits are like in there. But I need to go to Tesco's. I need to get their treat foods. We'll see. We will see. I'm just fed up with the whole thing. I just want it all finished. Everybody to sort of, yeah, sort that out. Anyway, I'm going to go. So I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. And if anyone else is going through this whole migration thing, how are you coping? Anybody that's going through the PIP change forms, well, the updates, you know, the reassessment kind of thing, how are you finding it? You know, put your bits in the comments. It is hard, but I just think, you know, talking about it, you know, will sort of make someone feel like, oh, I'm not so on my own. I don't feel so, you know, it's hard. Anyway, I shall love and leave. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.